best friend growing up was Danny Taylor. When we were teenagers, Danny and I followed Danny's cousin Larry into the boxing gym. Larry had been a 3-time Golden Glove champion. And Larry was unnaturally fearless. I mean, he would fight man or beast. After they were grown, Danny and Larry were in a local tavern, doing something they shouldn't have done. We were all kind of wild and crazy back in those days. And Larry was playing a man in a pool game, and they got into an argument over this pool game. And Larry said, "Hey, buddy, step outside and we'll settle this." The only problem was Larry was only about 5'8" and 160 pounds. This other guy was 6'6", 250 pounds. Didn't matter. Larry was going to fight him anyway. So they stepped outside and they were fighting on the street corner. And pretty soon this big guy grabbed Larry and got him in a bear hug, and Larry couldn't do anything. And Larry kept hollering, "Hit him, Danny! Hit him, Danny!" And Danny was standing right next to him, and all three of these guys were inebriated, drunk as a skunk, as we say. And every time Danny would wind up and try and hit this big behemoth, this big guy would lift Larry into the air as a shield. And every time Danny threw a punch, he would hit Larry. Well, the big guy and old Danny were really about to hurt old Larry. Pretty soon someone called the police, and they came and rescued Larry. You know, I lost my dear friend Danny to cancer. We all did some 25 years ago. He died at a young age. But about 2 years before he died, he asked Jesus Christ to come into his life. He became a Christian. So I know that since I've also asked Jesus Christ into my life, I'll see him again in heaven. Friend, I'd love to meet you here on this earth. And if I don't meet you here on this earth, I'd certainly like to meet you in heaven. Would you take a moment today and give your life to Jesus Christ so that we might meet again in heaven, and I might introduce you to my good friend Danny and his cousin